What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We are coming at you with a super spicy episode 363, and we are recording on March 16, 2026. I am Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hello.
And Anita.
Hello.
Hey, check us out on your favorite podcast platform. Sub to us on YouTube. Join the SojuTalk Discord. Be a part of the nation. All of those help us out a lot. This week, guys, we talked about some songs. We have Yena. Do you like camp? AtHeart. Do you like rookies? P1Harmony. Do you like boy groups? We had those type of discussions. But I think the big news this week was the news section.
Unfortunate news. Yeah.
And specifically, he sung Leaving and Hyping was the topic of the week, guys.
There
lots of stuff happened concerning that. Yeah.
Some conspiracies flying around. There's official press releases flying around. Mm-hmm. I'm glad there's no lawsuits. That's my takeaway with it. Like, thank God nobody's suing nobody. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, but we got into it in the news section. It's wild. We got that. You have JYP maybe leaving JYP itself. We have K-pop Demon Hunters going golden all over the place. It's a fun episode, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get it started. 3, 2, 1. All right, big new releases. We got 3 songs this week. We have Yena with Catch Catch, AtHeart making their podcast debut with Butterfly Doors. I don't think we've ever covered that group. Mm-hmm. And then we have P1Harmony with Unique. Let's start at the top. Yena Catch Catch. She is from, they're calling it YH Entertainment now. They don't call it Yehua, they call it YH.
Rebrand.
Last 3 songs, Being a Good Girl Hurts, Nemo Nemo, and Good Morning. We're fully playing into the campy Yena here, right? We've fully engaged. We're fully self-aware. We're just going for it. My feelings are, I like what we're doing here. Song is fine. But my crux of my whole argument is, I wish we had even turned up the dial a little bit more in terms of the craziness. Maybe that's just my feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you have always been the one arguing that it was too much.
I thought it was too much when it wasn't self-aware. Like, it wasn't trying to be camp. Do you get what I mean? Like,
wow, okay.
Interesting. I took it a little differently. I saw the camp as being a byproduct of her overall direction.
Yeah.
Which is the exaggerated style of like late 2000s, early 2010s, like electropop music, which is where I think a lot of people are making the connection between like her, you know, and then artists like Tiara or like Orange Caramel. You know, that kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah. I had that in my notes.
Anita, that was some pretty straightforward. Anita's acting like we discovered Noah's Ark or something in the ground here, you know?
I was actually gonna bring it out, but more
this is the most excited I've seen Anita in like months.
I will let you comment on Orange Caramel. I will no longer mention this trio. It's like I don't know what that is anymore.
Oh my god.
Okay. I only brought it up because like it was all over the YouTube comments. It was all over, you know, Korean and American reactions. Clearly you were excited about the connection between her and Orange Caramel's style of music.
Yeah. No, I feel like to be fair, like I was actually surprised that Doug found this a little too underwhelming in the campiness, because to me this was a good level, like self-aware, but also like focused on what it was trying to do musically, like because I think that maybe that's where I felt like a little lost with Yena's trajectory, where I felt like the concept was interesting, but the music and everything, how it came together, felt not quite as focused or as direct as to where she was going. But this to me makes perfect sense, vocally, like visually, sound wise. I don't know, I think it works. Like the references make sense. I to me this felt like a good medium as to what she has been trying out in the last couple comebacks, what I think her strengths are. So I was happily surprised that she went this route.
For what it's worth, I also agree with that comment. Like I lean towards you, where while I think there was a couple weaknesses in the track, weaknesses in the track, I was still very impressed with the production, the way Yena sings, her vocals. It really feels like we're like carefully balancing the fact that we're still making a song and like playing into those like, you know, tropes without leaning way too heavily into it, where like I feel like if she had gone further, you know, I maybe it would have come off as like a SNL skit, less like a music video, you know what I mean? I thought this was a good balance. I agree with you. And I also didn't feel like, okay, going back to the Orange Caramel bit a little bit, it to me, it felt like the track was doing a couple things. It felt like the track was leaning heavily into the styles of electropop that like artists like Tiara did at the time, like pretty heavily. Like I'm thinking about like tracks like Poppy Poppy.
Yeah.
And the way it's like slightly exaggerated and slightly brought into the era of 2026 gives it this, you know, slight exaggerated twang, and then you end up with people thinking about, oh, Orange Caramel. Whereas in my head, I think that's where I say I think the camp is like a byproduct of her exaggerating that style of music rather than let's do something campy, let's do something funny and either just go with that, you know what I mean? To the point where I was like, I think, yeah, like the production, the arrangement, the way the verses, choruses flow into each other, it feels very Tiara coded to me. Along with the countless amount of like copycats at that time, you know, that producers like Shinsadong Horengi, Shinsadong Tiger kind of inspired. That was really cool. That's like, just, we knew this was coming. I think that's a fair comment. Like between the popularity,
it was about time we've embraced it. You know, that's how I feel. It was about time.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I also feel like it's not just like a careful reproduction of like 2020, like 2009 either. I feel like they brought it to like the era of like 2026 really well. Like the bass line, for example, is like so crisp and like very in line with like the digichord trends we saw in the past couple of years. So it feels like a careful stylistic reinterpretation of that kind of music rather than let's just fucking do Tiara. You know what I mean? I thought that's really cool. Yeah.
All right. I might have thrown a hot potato at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like what I wanted to. Okay, let me make some clarifying statements. You know, let me clarify some things.
Oh, you're going back.
Number one, good Yena song. This is really good. I like the anime arc we were on. I liked how we got a little bit wild with Nemo Nemo. Then I like the anime arc we were on. And now we're more towards like a Nemo Nemo, but we're kind of more back here, right? Which I think is great. It makes sense with her as an artist. What I meant by dialing it up a little bit was I just wanted a little bit more camp because I was having a good time with the camp. That's why. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there wasn't any camp or it was bland or it was like diet camp. I like the direction we were in. Like, I particularly like the chorus. They designed the chorus so she could do TikToks with people who don't dance too well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so she could do this thing with everyone in TikToks. You know,
I just feel like it's catchy. Like it's catchy.
I get that.
Yeah.
And you know, to be fair, she's already done TikToks. Who am I seeing? Kiss of Life, Julie, Chaewon, Karina. You know, Kim Jae-won, the actor. I've seen them. We're doing them. Great. At the end of the day, is that dance move like iconically campy, or am I gonna remember this for all time? Like that shit was wild. You know what I mean? Like, is this like the most memorable camp ever? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish we had some kind of like hard point choreography here that like some novel thing, and everyone would have been like, oh, that's the Yena dance. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing. But to be fair, that's like asking for a little. That might be asking a little bit too much on my end because I really like the direction we're going in. Does that clarify my thought a little bit?
Yeah.
I get that. I think like for us three in particular, like this song rings a lot because like we all, I think it's fair to say we all have like a fair degree of nostalgia for this era of K-pop. Like,
of course.
Yeah, like I grew up to it. On the flip side of things, I do feel like I think you made a lot of good comments about the post chorus part, but like the main chorus section with the vocals, I thought was just a little weak compared to what it could have been. Where like personally for me, a lot of songs in this kind of genre has a very explosive, has a very bong inspired chorus, and I think that's definitely what they were going for here. I just felt like it was a little lacking in terms of vibe, hype, energy. I don't know. Just
it felt like kind of a bit muted in terms of where we could have gone. I was like, that's what I'm saying. Like we could have dialed it up a tiny bit more. You know, I don't think we were at the ceiling yet.
Yeah.
That's my overarching. But to be fair, I'm very happy we're doing this. I think we've it's like a derpy kid, and it makes sense to do this type of music, especially with the run she's on right now. Makes a lot of sense based on the artist, based on the type of music she sounds good at singing. I love the Japan arc. Now we're back on the more campy arc, which is great. I wonder how well this is going to do, because I personally think this is like the right decision. Now, does the general public think this is the right decision? I don't know. That's not up to me.
So.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I wanted to give another shout out to the live stages. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but props to the set design, the styling. And also, I feel like you don't get to see it much in the music video, but the choreo is actually pretty cool in some sections. Like in the music video, there's more of a music break towards the first half, and you just have shots of her in the set and acting and whatnot. But in the actual live stages, she has like it's not quite tutting, but like a section, like hand choreo, and then they got props going on, like there's things flying out on the stage, and then she catches a heart at the end. I feel like the level of detail that has been given to the live stages has been really cool. So I wanted to shout that out. And now that I'm thinking about it, because I felt like there were certain aspects of this music video that I thought were very much like K-pop from the early 2010s, sound-wise, but also like visually. But there's a section at the end of the music video where we get this random fight scene where like a double for Yena, who's very obviously like a muscly guy, just like fighting people.
I thought that's her. What are you talking about?
You thought it was there? Well, to me, I saw that and I was like, oh wow, this is so random, and like, but now that I think about it, Yena has been doing a little bit of Japanese inspired like J-pop. She has to explore that, and I thought of, this is kind of similar to something like person like Katie Pamu, if you guys know who that is.
Yes.
J-pop artist would do, because she had like very like unserious music videos, like very goofy, like very out of nowhere.
That's my whole point in it. I was saying, what if she picked up the guy, threw him, and then Madong Suk wearing a wig did like this? That shit would have been like
I feel
legendary.
Like the potential is still there. Like she was still playing around with it.
We could have got some famous muscle guy to have been like the guy throwing people around pretending to be Yena, and I think it would have been really funny.
I was watching that section. I thought it was Ladybeard for a second, and I thought we were gonna see him.
Okay. Lady Beard.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I think they could have done they could have had a big dude do that, and it would have been really funny. I think that's what I'm saying. Like we could dial it up a tiny bit more, and I think it'd be more memorable, and people would say like, "Did you see that music video? It's so funny."
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Overall, great song from Yena. Solid song. Go check it out. Definitely one you should go listen to. Let's pivot now. We got AtHeart with Butterfly Doors. They are from Titan Content. That's an interesting name for a company. They are not a rookie group. Their other songs are Shut Up, Plot Twist, and Good Girl. Those are their other songs. Hey, this one got voted in, guys. We've never covered this group. There was a good portion of people wanting us to cover this, so we are. Honestly, it was pretty good. I like this. I thought it made sense. Especially for a rookie group. What I will say though was I think that the chorus, I think I wanted it to be a little stronger. That was my only real feeling about this group. as a whole, though, I kind of like this dreamlike aesthetic thing we going on. They had a good budget. They went to LA and filmed this, and vocally, I was pretty impressed.
I think I largely agree. I think I also like the dreamlike aesthetic of the track. I was particularly impressed with on the production and the things. I was really impressed with the use of genres, the way so many different sounds mix and create these sections that push the song forward. There's like trap is in there, breakcore is in there. They throw in a little bit of disco at the end. Overall, I'd say the track is like bedroom pop, I guess, but like it's really hard to put a label on stuff like this because I think it did a really good job of like not only seamlessly blending those sounds together, but at the same time using it as a tool to create sections, keep the song going forward. And then like each of the sections just felt really strong. You know what I mean? Like the
components
verses,
are very good.
Yeah, like the verses with those like melodic R&B verses on a trap beat, like felt very nice. I like the vibe you were getting, and then you move on to the chorus eventually. I thought the energy was good. Maybe it's a little muted, but I kind of liked that. I kind of liked that they kept it to a certain degree of energy. And then what I was particularly impressed by is I wrote down their names. The two vocalists we got for the chorus, which was called Bom and Sohyun. The way they go in between falsetto and not is like I don't know. Like I thought it was really solid. Just really impressive stuff overall. You know what I mean? I don't. But I thought I don't know. I heard a little bit of disagreement from Anita just a couple seconds ago.
Anita, this is your time. Anita.
Well, we'll see. Okay.
Give her time to speak. She's thinking.
No. The thing is, I guess maybe I just had a different experience with the mix of genres that they used. But to be honest, it's just one. It's one of the genres that I found like I wasn't sure if it was necessary. I don't think it was terrible, but the trap sections in the verses, to me, I thought I understand why they're there and their purpose. But to me, when I hear that section and then we switch and then we go to the chorus, the difference to me felt a little big in like the vibe between those sections that I thought like, oh, I kind of wish we would have stuck with what was going on in the chorus. Like have more of that from the vibe in the chorus, but in the verses as well. Maybe it wouldn't have been as interesting structurally or like energy wise, but I don't know. I guess to me, the trap sections I thought maybe were not the strongest. But I love the vocals. The vocals were really strong. I also like the variety in tones. There were a couple of members that had like a lower tone. I think maybe one or two members that had like a lower tone that when I heard them, I was like, oh, this is a very nice variety. Like and everyone doesn't sound the same. I thought it was nice.
To give you a little bit of benefit, I did write in my notes, and I quote, second verse feels a tad bit less interesting. But maybe because the rest of the track is so engaging? Question mark. I don't disagree with you there either. Maybe the drop in energy was a little less needed, that much. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
How did you guys feel like after the second chorus? We had like essentially what sounded like an outro, but then it didn't end, right? It went to like it got more upbeat in like a chanty section at the end. How did we feel about that?
I liked it.
I think it worked. Yeah, I didn't have anything like egregious about it.
Yeah, it was. I felt like it was a good change up. I didn't have anything wrong about it. Yeah.
I think it added a lot to the monotony of the song because it took away from the monotony of the song that it could have had because at a certain point, like this isn't the type of song we're just gonna have like a vocal SM layer high note come out in the middle of it, right? It's just not gonna happen. So I thought it was a creative way to kind of like add a change up towards the end that made sense in the context of the type of song it is. So I liked what they did there. The whole time I was watching this music video, I was wondering how much money does it cost to rent a Los Angeles street? That was what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, that shit can't be cheap, you know?
I mean,
I was wondering that.
we don't know if they actually rented the street. You know what I mean? Like they just maybe found the random suburban neighborhood, and they're
know how
like,
it
"Hey,
works.
I'm gonna assume
Pretty
they
empty.
did because they had like outside shots of like some famous theater in LA as well. That's why I'm gonna assume they were in LA. It's like-
I'm gonna assume they did. Yeah, I hope they did. I hope they did, because like not doing so would be illegal. I'm just joking. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, of course. Like,
Overall, for not okay, I'm not completely knowledgeable. Well, I'm not knowledgeable at all about this AtHeart group. But for a first taste, strong vocals, definitely got something here. I wonder what this Titan company can cook up going forward with them. Do we have any closing thoughts? Going once? Going twice?
Here's the thing. I know for a fact that like most of the listeners don't know who this group is, probably unfamiliar with this group, that sort of thing. I'm gonna go off the bat and say, if you enjoyed Luna in the past, this is kind of the music that you're gonna be interested in. And I'm talking about like early Luna, like Butterfly and before, not like after that. I don't really approve of their music. I'm sorry, but before that, like this was kind of the music I thought they would be doing. You know, things happened. Maybe that wasn't so much the case, but hey, you know.
Okay, I'm looking into this company, right? Titan Content, American-based entertainment company, headquarters in Santa Monica, right?
Oh.
They do stuff in Seoul. The CEO is Nikki Saemin Han, the former CEO of SM Entertainment.
Okay.
Okay, it's a SM
so
Entertainment
connections there.
ex-CEO. He partnered with some other people and they formed the company to build this group. Okay, so there is backing. There's decent backing. All right.
Hi.
I'm also reading that like their current corporate goal at the moment is to launch 2 girl groups, 2 boy groups, and then other soloists, to have at least 6 artists by 2028.
Damn.
Wow.
Ambitious.
That's a lot.
Yeah, this is pretty ambitious. We'll see.
Also, because of the way that they're backed, I read on their wiki that they already appeared on Good Day New York because of their connections.
Oh,
They're already making some moves. So overall, this seems like a interesting combination of people controlling this company. So we'll have to see what happens. It's pretty exciting. It's always good when the base is like solid. You know, the people behind the scenes are notable, because they have let's be honest here, they have a higher chance of success when that happens typically.
yeah.
But let's pivot. We have P1Harmony with Unique. They are from FNC. Last 3 songs, Duh, Sad Song, and Killing It. I don't want to be the first person to talk.
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. Well,
I was gonna make.
I don't want to speak either. Anita.
What? Really? Okay.
Do you want me to just say it? I'll just say it.
Oh, okay.
For a group that titled their song Unique, right?
Oh.
They seem to be a real slave to the current meta. That's what I'll say.
Really? The current
meta?
How about the
past
Or
meta?
let me rephrase that. Or past meta.
Dated
You know what
meta,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, for a song that's called Unique, I didn't find too many like nuggets in this song that were really unique for them.
Standouts.
Yes.
Yeah. Right? That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not saying that the song is terrible or anything, but I was like, for how many times they mentioned the word unique and how unique they are and their crew's unique or whatever, I was like, what's unique though? You know, like what are you guys doing that's like cutting edge here?
I wrote in my notes, quote, "The gap between claiming to be unique and the track sounding like a generic dated TikTok mashup track is sending me." This is what I wrote.
Wow.
You guys have seen that TikTok challenge, right? Where like it's Ashley, look at me, and it's like bum 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 bum.
Yeah,
bum,
yeah,
bum,
yeah.
bum,
I know.
bum.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Brazilian funk. It's
Yeah.
Brazilian funk.
And Bailey funk is so much more than this though. It's like, remember when Moombathon was a thing in K-pop? Like everybody and their moms were doing Moombathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though Moombathon as a genre is so much more, K-pop was fucking hellbent in just doing this one version of it, which is basically Rumor over and over and over again. I feel like we're getting that kind of getting that again with like Bailey funk / funk, like this funk sample inspired Bailey funk, where like, you know, you have this funk beat and like you have these rushed raps, and it's, I don't know, it's when the beat is this uninteresting and leaves a bad first impression, it's hard to recover from that. That's my takeaway.
Wow.
All right.
The sad thing is, I thought that the pre-chorus was the strongest part of this song. I was like, it was good singing there. I thought we rapped a bit. We're gonna build this shit up. We're gonna have a banging chorus, right? This is the type of song that you need some kind of payoff in, right? If we're gonna do something here.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the type of chorus we ended up is like one of those instrumental unique, you know what I mean? And we just do that, right? And I said, okay, maybe we get a pass here. I guess that's what the chorus is gonna be like. And I said, at a minimum, if this is the route we're gonna choose, we need to have a party at the end of the song. We need to do something.
The white
Double
festival.
time. We need a festival. We're like, I know I'm saying things that are even more generic, but we need it. We need something. We need to like pump some energy into this song, and we never got it. And I was like, come on.
You're
what are we
saying
doing
that
here?
for a track that relies heavily on like hype energy,
Yeah.
doesn't deliver on the hype energy.
Correct. I don't feel like you get paid off, which I think is a shame.
Damn.
Because I thought that they built pretty well, and then we just didn't get there.
Yeah, I guess I had a similar feeling about the chorus. I think I wasn't too dissatisfied with the beat. I thought it was like, okay, it's not like something super out there, but I thought it was okay. I think I noticed it, like the difference in energy in the chorus though, because like Doug mentioned, the build up to get there felt like it was going to be something else, but then it ended up being, I don't know, I feel like we slow down instead in the chorus. And the chorus is a big part of the song, so I don't know, I guess the fact that the chorus didn't have that energy just made the whole song also kind of lack a bit of energy. Yeah, because I feel like this genre, this sound, I think should work for P1Harmony. I feel like on paper, I feel like it makes sense. But the execution of it maybe just felt a little off. I feel like also the hook, the I am unique hook that they use felt a little off. Like it felt like it was too slow or too...
Can I ruin something
Yeah.
for you in terms of that hook? So I read a comment. I'm not taking credit for this one, guys. People say
Okay.
their usage of unique is very similar to Hyo's dessert. Like her usage of the word dessert in that song. You know what I deserve? Dessert. And then she just says dessert a bunch, People are saying that it's very similar
look at that.
usage. And now that I heard it between the two, I'm like, shit, it basically is, right? You say the word, we get some instrumental, say the word again, Just repeat the buzzword.
Ashley,
Yeah.
I am unique.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a shame too, because I like a lot of these P1Harmony songs that we've covered in the past. I just feel like this one just kind of falls a little bit short.
I do think the chorus is one issue. I'm not a big fan of the verses either. To give an example, I thought Jongsup had bits of a really good verse. I liked his flow in certain parts.
I agree. I liked his part too.
Right. the issue, however, is it really feels cramped. It feels underdeveloped because it feels so cramped. He's not. He's given like an awkward amount of bars with like and he's like chopped off in the middle of a phrase, and I'm like, that's why are we? Does P1Harmony have like 13 kids? Like, why are we this crowded? They only have like what, 6? Like, they couldn't afford to give him like 8 bars and just let him do his thing for. I don't know, man. It's just the verses, for what it's worth, that lead up to the build up, it felt unorganized a little bit. So I don't know. Like, I'm kind of with Doug here. Like, I was a big fan of X. I thought X was really good. It was like the last time we saw this group, wasn't it? Like 2 or so weeks ago. 20 or so episodes ago, actually, something like that.
Oh yeah, we did cover that.
X was great. It was like so on trend with like what's like popular right now.
It's a little disappointing because like when you choose your buzzword, right, I feel like you gotta pay it off, and I just feel like we just didn't get it, which is a shame because I know we got it in us. I know P1Harmony got it in them, or the people behind the scenes making the decisions, picking the songs, got it in them to make something a lot like more compelling. This one just felt kind of a little bit phoned in to me at the end of the day, which is a shame, I think.
Yeah, I think like that kind of dichotomy I'm like willing to overlook in a lot of these cases, but when you begin the song with "My crew unique, so unique," it's got to line up with the track a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I was a little let down with this one as well.
All right. I guess that's all we got to say about Unique. All right. The other songs released this week, we have All Day Project and PUBG released I Don't Bargain. It was a collab track. Hey, you remember when Black Label and ADP and Annie told us she ain't going away? She'll fly back to Korea every week, and you'll still see All Day Project all over the place. That was a lie, guys. That like
Really?
The only thing I've seen is that Taylor and Bailey and Tarzan have been hanging out in LA, and like I'm guessing Annie's going to school right now. They're like missing in action right now, this group. So clearly she's just finishing up her semester at Columbia, getting the degree, and then they'll start this shit up again.
I saw the members like call her to like wake her up, and like clearly she's like fucking holding Wuchan by the fucking collar, because like Wuchan was like, this was not my idea. I did not want to call you and wake you up this early. This Tarzan and Annie made me do it. Tarzan and Bailey made me do it. Like, this is not me, man. I was like okay.
That's peak All Day Project content right now. That's what we want.
Wow.
We have Yujin release Sugar Talk. We have Dragon Pony with Oh Perfect. Baby Don't Cry released a pre-release called Shapeshifter. Odd Youth released Babyface. Hoshi released a single called Baby Honey. AB6 released Bottoms Up, and then All Hours released No Doubt. Please check that one out. That one's pretty good. Definitely something new for y'all to listen to. We got SojuScore. We're gonna pivot. Average scores received a 5. Songs that get 7.3 enter the Hall of Spice. Will it happen this week? Who knows? But last time, episode 362, Everglow Code got a 4.53. High Key to My First Love got a 6.75, and Girl Said Tweak got a 6.81. I've listened to that song a ton since then.
It's so catchy.
The songs we're going to give scores to this week are the ones we covered: Yena, Catch, AtHeart, Butterfly Doors, and P1Harmony, Unique. Let me get the thing on the screen. First one we got is Yena, Catch. This is one of those songs that if you haven't heard too much Yena before, I highly suggest this as a jump-in point. I'm giving this one a 7. I would recommend this one to people.
Wow.
I strongly agree. I also gave it a 7. I think this is a great introductory track to Yena, for the camp, for the sound, for the visuals. It was nice.
I'm really enjoying how she's developing her Y2K journey. if you're a fan of this track, you're probably gonna also like one of the B-sides from her last EP, Anyone But You, featuring Meteor of Brown Eyed Girls. I also have a 7. I thought it was great.
I'm debating before I say nation score, which I don't remember what it ended up as. Do I give this an 8? I'm ready to be 20.
You already gave it a 7.
I already gave it a 7.
You gotta lock it in before you show the nation score.
Nation and Gochu Gang also voted. They gave this one. I'm not okay. They gave it a 6.76, which is I think like to be fair, it was at a 7 this morning, I believe, and it got lowered over time. People got into the last minute votes, but as a result, the song gets what is this, a 6.94. That's a solid score for them. The next group we have is AtHeart, Butterfly Doors. My problem is if I give Yena a 7, I have to give this a 6. That's why I was debating giving Yena an 8 so I can give this a 7. That was my my logic. But as a result, this one's gonna get a 6. I think this is good. I think it's to me, we need a little bit of MSG. I think we were. I get that the song isn't supposed to be some bombastic, crazy song, but at the end of the day, I think we needed the. I don't think we can give a crazy good score just on the fact that the vocals were really good.
I agree. I gave it a 6. I think I said my piece on some of the sections, specifically the trap sections, but I will look forward to more of their stuff. I think there's something there.
Because I gave Yena a 7, I have to give AtHeart an 8 because I thought this track was really solid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, not only were the vocals good, the production was great. I thought it was nice, short. I liked. I don't know. I don't think I can pick out a certain thing I don't like about it.
Wow. That's good. That's a solid introduction to AtHeart. And then the Nation voted, and the Gochu Gang, they gave it 6.67, and as a result, it's going to get 6.67. Wow, that's interesting how that turns out mathematically. Let's do some. Let's play devil's advocate. If I gave this an 8, I gave this a 7. Ooh, those seem like more fun scores, you know. But
not good enough.
As a result, AtHeart with Butterfly Doors gets a 6.67, and then finally we have P1Harmony with Unique. I'm gonna straight up give it. It's a 4. I was underwhelmed. Yeah.
Okay. I still thought there were some sections that were kind of pretty good.
The best part was Kiho's line, "You and I cue it up." I thought that was kind of cool. That line, I like that line. I thought that
vocals were there, you know. And I mean, I don't mind this sound. I just I felt like the execution was not the best, but I give it a 5.
You thought it was right bang average, really? I thought it was below average. I have a 4.
Dang.
Nation Gochu Gang also voted. They gave it 5.17, so not too far off from us.
Yeah.
And as a result, it gets a 4.54, which honestly, I can see it. I can see it with my eyes. So as a result, Yena catch 6.97, AtHeart, Butterfly Doors 6.67, and then P1Harmony with a 4.54. The only song, by the way, in the Hall of Spice class of 2026 is XG Hypnotized with a 7.3. That's on the dot. Just made it. Hey, next week though, there's a certain Shield Bros. There's a Bangtan BTS group.
What?
We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. But finally, we're at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, first up we have IVE with Bang Bang. They won on Music Bank, so this is their 8th win so far with this song. Then we have Blackpink with Go. They won on Show Champion, M Countdown, and Inkigayo, so 3 wins for that one. And then lastly, Hearts to Hearts with Rude. They won on Show Music Core, so 3 wins with that comeback.
These are like all the groups that I'm listening to right now. Straight up, these 3 groups. Number 1, IVE is monstrous group. What were we were gonna do an end of the show segment sometime with IVE. I forgot what it was. What was specifically going to
4th generation girl groups. Where are they now? Who won the war? Find out now.
Do we want double controversy next week? BTS and that? We can piss everyone off
maybe not.
We could do that. How about we do a tier list at the end of the show?
Oh.
No, let's not. Okay, we'll think about that. Blackpink. Oh, that's a thing. I'm really into Hearts to Hearts. I love the direction we're going with that group. I think SM is cooking. All right, that ends part 1. SojuTalk episode 363. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, guys, last Monday night, we finished doing the podcast. We all got into our beds, looked at the phones. We started, watching YouTube. And by the time we woke up, guys, when we fell asleep finally, the K-pop world exploded per usual. It always happens in between when we recorded release episodes.
God damn it.
But the big news, which I'm sure almost everyone has heard of now, that Heesung announced his departure from ENHYPEN. The group will continue on as 6 members. So technically, this tweet's a little bit wrong. So it was ENHYPEN official which dropped the message here. So essentially, they stated, so ENHYPEN's company Belief Lab announced that Heesung will leave the group. The decision was made after long discussions about the group's future and members' personal goals. Heesung wanted to pursue his own musical direction. The company decided to respect that. ENHYPEN will continue on as 6 members, starting with upcoming official schedule. So it's like immediately. Heesung will remain under Belief Lab and plans to release a solo album. And the company asks fans and Engine to continue supporting both ENHYPEN and Heesung in their new paths going forward. Hey, it just happened, dude. They straight up dropped the official communication saying like, yeah, homie's out of this group. He's doing a solo thing under us. So he's not leaving the company, he's still around, but he wants to do his own thing. Damn. It's kind of unprecedented in the fact that normally these types of lineup changes or things like that, like when they're amicable, not when someone gets kicked out of the company or there's a controversy or something. It normally happens when the 7-year contract's over, right?
Yeah.
But I believe this is happening going into year 6 with this group. So
yeah, they still had like a year.
People were very shocked that this just suddenly happened.
I mean, I don't blame them. Like, there was no signs before. Like, it wasn't like Heesung was dying to leave earlier, or at least he didn't express that before. Like, he was active in he was active in like group activities. For what it's worth, he's still participating in the online fan sign event in Taiwan. Just he's now doing it alone instead of doing it with the group. Clearly this was
it's just
planned,
weird because they just released their 7th EP, The Sin Vanish. They're doing promotions for that, and they're starting to do some global stuff in regards to that, and then they just dropped this on us like two months later. It's kind of all of a sudden.
The timing is
So that happened. He eventually released a letter to fans, right? In summary, he thanked fans for supporting him and the group over the past 5 years since debut. He reflected on the many memories they had together, said the fans have been a huge source of his strength and comfort. And even though there are things they couldn't show or experience with the fans, he promised to create more fun memories in the future, ask fans to stay with them. He ends by celebrating their 5th anniversary, expressing hope to share many more happy moments together. So he didn't address like exactly what's going on, but he was just like, it's been fun over the past 5 years. Let's see what's gonna happen going forward? So that's like baseline what happened, what publicly happened. Hey, the fans were not happy, dude. Fans are hyped. K-pop fans around the world were not happy. A lot of first of all, we saw a lot of shock and sadness, right? Many fans were
understandably,
surprised.
I think.
Yeah.
Hee-sung is leading the group because he's a key vocalist. He's like, I don't know if he's the center, but he's one of the main members of this group, in my opinion. So that happened on a base level. People are like, what the hell is going on? And then eventually B-Lift dropped another statement saying, we concluded that allowing Hee-sung to fully focus on his career as a solo artist rather than pursuing solo activities within the team would be most fulfilling approach for both Hypen and Hee-sung. So B-Lift is saying like, yeah, it's for the best for everyone because he can't, apparently he can't manage doing solo activities while being in Hypen, or not as well as they want. That's at least what they're saying. The next thing that happened was there was this change.org petition thing. And, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of change.org. I don't know if we ever actually does too much, but the fans were very vocal, right? This thing is up to 2 million verified signatures at the time of this recording.
Wow. Okay.
Holy shit.
There's 2 million recordings wanting Hee-sung in this in the group still. And also, okay, what I want to say in terms of the reaction was this hashtag in Hypen is 7 started trending, and it kind of blew up because if you read it, it kind of looks like it says in Hypen is 7. Essentially what it says. So let me get a little K-poopy here in terms of memes and stuff. So every other group, their fans started trending these really funny hashtags after the Hypeness. We had the Lunanus 12.
Oh no. Oh no.
All the other fandoms started trending these really funny hashtags, but at a minimum, sure, everyone's gonna make memes about everything in K-pop, but the fact that like the hashtag blew up and the fact that other fandoms started taking part in conversations and making memes means that it's a big deal. Because if a small ass group this was happening to, no one would care, you know. So obviously, what I want to say is, sure, people are making memes. Is it the right time? I hope engines aren't like pissed off about other fandoms making memes because it's bound to happen, guys. But I just want to say like it's such a big deal that it led into all of these memes being created, these meme hashtags, and I honestly thought it was kind of funny. Seeing them all over the place.
I did not know about this at all.
I am afraid to read any of these because you might get demonetized on YouTube.
You can look them up online, or you could look at the screen. I'm not reading a lot of them out loud. I read one of them, I think, and then we had the trucks going around. You know,
of course,
we had the trucks circling the Hive all day and all night. The Hee-sung trucks. Some fans support the solo path, but most people are criticizing the company for the sudden announcement and lack of details. Specifically, they want more transparency in what's going on. And at a minimum, the reaction to all of this feedback, the variety show in Hypen O'Clock is temporarily paused. Some promotions and fan events were reorganized, as Warren said, where he's doing it by himself. So, and I think there was also a performance scheduled for Melbourne, and obviously he's not taking part in that. So people are like, if this was so well thought out and such a thought out decision, and they thought of all the possibilities and how the fans would react, people are like, y'all are canceling the variety show because he's clearly in it, right? Like, did you not think people would get pissed off that he's randomly leaving the group? So like, how well thought out was this in reality is what people are wondering.
I mean,
and I guess to give some context to these things, right? Like the sending of the trucks and like the signatures for this. The day that it was released, right, that Hee-sung would be continuing as a solo artist and leaving the group, I saw a lot of fans online, and I believe this is the majority, maybe I don't know if it's the majority, but it's the most vocal fan theory, right, going around online, has been that this decision of him leaving was not completely his own. Like, this is theorized, right? This is what I'm seeing from the fan side, that is so they're seeing it more as like being forced to leave the group to pursue solo activities. I feel like due to the timing and like the fact that other groups have done solo activities while staying in the group, I guess there's a bit of confusion and, like we mentioned, maybe a lack of understanding as to why things are turning out this way from the fans, and they are responding as such.
That's conspiracy theorizing. Really?
It is. I feel like we will never know 100% what happened and the reasons behind all of this.
Well,
so.
I mean, speaking of like those online reactions, another part of the online reaction that happened over the week was a high producer, El Capitan, who frequently you will see the name of under the TXT tracks. He posted on his Instagram. I don't know if Doug, you have this article pulled up or not, but
I have the article.
Oh,
Give me one second. So people were in the comment sections being like, well, what happened to Heesung? Support and hype it. Bugging him in the comments about this scenario because reportedly he's friends with Heesung or knows him to an extent or an acquaintance. This guy is not held by the constraints of K-pop etiquette by the idols are held to. So stop sending me stories about Heesung, you effing bastards. It's okay for the kid to do what he wants. If you guys are true fans, embrace him rather than throwing stones. Why do you keep blaming me, you stupid bastard?
Wow.
Here's my takeaway. We will never know what truly happened unless things come out. The best we can do right now is take things at face value. And respect the message that's come out of these idols and the company itself. And Heesung himself in this message to the fans has said, I'm leaving. I want to go do my own solo thing. That's what he said. I feel like we as active participants in this community need to respect that,
Yeah.
And
a couple. Oh, keep going, more.
No. Keep going.
A couple media, like newspapers and online newspapers, reached out to BLIF Lab for further statement. And this one happened, I think, yesterday. That the Korean Herald got a statement from BLIF Lab stating, quote, essentially, Heesung will not be returning to ENHYPEN. He has a clear artistic direction he wants to pursue, and we decided to respect that. So that's their most recent statement about this. They're like, he wanted to do his own thing. We're letting him. Period.
Yeah.
That sucked. It sucked for the fans, though. Of course, they also told them that their schedule in ENHYPEN, the remaining member schedule remains extremely demanding throughout the year, making independent musical projects difficult while maintaining full groups. That's their other statement about this. There's a rationale behind why they made this decision.
So, in this current situation, I'm seeing two types of fan trucks that are being floating around, that are being funded. Some of these trucks say ENHYPEN is 7. Some of these trucks say ENHYPEN is 6. Trader can fuck off. I don't know if it's worth calling him a traitor. That sounds a little extreme. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But I also do think it really puts the fandom in an awkward position doing this.
It's divisive.
So let's go with the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's say Heesung made the decision on his own to leave the group on his own for whatever artistic, creative reason. Fair, fine. Every artist has their own goals, things they want to achieve with their career. Maybe it doesn't line up. But at the same time, you also have to recognize that you're a part of this larger group, and I think it's pretty obvious that the fandom would kind of react this way, start creating conspiracy theories about why you're leaving. So
I also get the energy of saying ENHYPEN should be 7, but there's I think that there's limits to that. So I'm really into Formula One right now.
Yeah.
They were commenting on all the drivers' posts support Heesung and ENHYPEN is 7. at a certain point.
Oh.
The drivers?
And these Formula One drivers have nothing to do with K-pop at all.
Why were they?
But they're just
yeah.
they're just notable online figures, and like apparently people were sending like Mercedes team, Ferrari team, like information to get them to publicly say something. Like
Interesting.
and if it's just in my little hobby that I'm into, I'm sure this was happening across many online genres, you know? So like I don't think that makes any sense to do that, guys. Like come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, some of the online commotion around it is I don't think I can support it. I also understand where you guys are coming from, because if I
get it too.
yeah,
I get it too.
get it, but that's where I'm like, if he hasn't really made that decision on his own, really, like, you couldn't wait 2 years.
That's,
I mean, but we will never know the reason. We will never know everything.
We're never gonna know what conversations happen. Sort of like we're
Yeah.
never gonna know what happened to Ginny and Nmix and things like that.
Oh gosh.
Like we're never gonna get the
Yeah.
full story, and it sucks because like this one's weird. The timing is just weird, right? And that's the what sucks is we're never gonna know. And honestly, are we entitled to that? Some would say yes. As some would say the fans are entitled to know at least the baseline, like real reason. And you know what? Hybe has stated what they think the real reason is. Now, whether you want to believe them or not, I guess that's up to you at home, right?
Yeah, but I mean, these are still people, so I think being respectful and supporting
Yeah.
them regardless.
I mean, they can't come back on this. Like, you know what I mean? It's too late.
Yeah.
Is it not? It's too
Yeah.
late. Feels like it's too late. All right, the next thing that dropped. So the first breaking news was people were saying that JYP is resigning from the board of directors, and people were like, "Oh my God, it's happening!" And but then people are like, "Relax." The reality is he's not even leaving the company. He's just not renewing his term as a director to sit on the board of directors. He'll still continue to serve in JYP's creative COO role, and additionally, he will continue to wield influence as the COO and one of the largest shareholders. So there's no real big change in what's going on. It was to the point where some of the news sources we use on Twitter were getting noted by Twitter saying like, "This is false. This is misinformation."
Correction.
Like, yeah.
Also, you need to say he's a CCO, not COO.
Oh yeah, CCO.
Yeah.
CCO.
Creative officer, not operating officer.
Yes. So he's still in his creative role. He just doesn't want to sit at the board of directors. You know, who knows what that entails. So I would say this is like I would call this one false alarm, guys. It's not he's leaving JYP or anything like that. He's still there, guys. It's just, you know, corporate titles switch all the time at the high level, and all that's what responsibilities you have. All right, next one. This is the K-pop Demon Hunters and Huntrix. I'm gonna call this for the time being like the climax of all of the hype. This is what I'm saying. First thing, so Audrey Nuna, EJ, and Rayami were named Billboard Women of the Year. So that's cool.
Ooh.
Awesome. So that's the first thing that happened. Next thing, it was confirmed that the sequel is happening. Written by the original team, Maggie Kang and Chris Applehans. They're gonna run it back.
All right.
But it's in the real early stages because like they asked EJ about it at the Oscars, and she's like, "I'm assuming I'm involved, but I'm not like, you know, we haven't really started anything yet, you know?" That's essentially what she was
fair.
saying.
Yep.
So speaking of the Academy Awards, also known as the Oscars, first of all, K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Feature Film, beating Zootopia 2 was the big competition for them.
Oh wow.
So that is awesome for them.
What?
And then the more
Next.
surprising of the one, because they had some competition in the song from The Sinners, but Golden ended up winning the Oscar for Best Original Song. So the winners are EJ,
Yay.
Mark Sonnenblick, Jungyu Kwang, Yuhan Lee, Han Dong-nam, Jung Hoon-sun, and Teddy Park. They're all winners here. If you watch the award show, like I did, I stayed up until this category went. There's a bit of issue in what happened during the acceptance speech, right? So EJ got up. She was emotional. She said some words. She honestly didn't talk. Anyone who says she was hogging the mic, it's complete BS. She was talked for like 45 seconds, right? And then one of the other guys there, I believe it was Yuhan. he had like his notes ready, and he's one of the guys who was in the production team, IDO under Black Label. So he's one of the Black Label guys. He was going to thank some people, and they instantly played the music and went to commercial, and it was like awkward. You saw a couple seconds of EJ being like, no, and then it just went to commercial. And people are saying like it wasn't really fair what they did to them. He eventually got to thank people in the press corral. He thanked their families. He thanked his production team and people who work with them, and he thanked Teddy specifically, and the Black Label family. So it was a great moment for them. It was a golden moment for them, but the landing wasn't too graceful, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
It's a little
but it
awkward.
seems like they were the Oscars in general were just running a little
here's
late, right?
the reality of the Oscars is they sell ad slots and they have to deliver on them. And it sucks because the ad slots become more important than the actual show itself. So you knew they were short on time because even when they were announcing the nominees for this category, they were showing about 10 to 15 second clips for each of the songs that were nominated. There was about 6 songs. And when they got to the Sinners one, they like cut it after 3 seconds. They're like, the song from the Sinners, and then they cut. Like they were already cutting things to save time. When people are like, you know, this is an award show. It's like these award winners, it's like probably the biggest moment in their career. And meanwhile, we're spending so much time on like skits and trying to be funny before giving the awards out. It just doesn't make sense. You know, that's the big discussion people are having.
It's almost as if the Academy Awards is a sellout.
But at the end of the day, shout out to EJ and the rest of the production team.
Those folks,
Bro, they've had a wild 12 months. It's been crazy for them.
Deserved though. Yeah.
Well deserved.
Very much.
So I believe they won at the Golden Globes. I think they won some kind of Grammy as well, and now they've won the Oscars. So they completely, it's amazing. Let's continue now. So RBW announced that WM recently signed a business acquisition to 257 Entertainment and has begun post-merger integration process. So that means WM will acquire all of 257 Entertainment's businesses, including all IP assets, artist exclusive rights, executives, employees, and then the CEO of 257 has been appointed the co-CEO of WM. With this, RBW plans to fully expand globally by acquiring X-Love, adding to their artist lineup. So that's the big acquisition here. They bought X-Love, their company.
Okay.
People are concerned to an extent because, you know, RBW bought WM, and then WM progressively everyone left pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And people are like, what does this mean for X-Love? But people say X-Love produces most of their stuff in-house within the members. So they were like, if RBW was smart, they won't change too much of what's going on already. That's the hope.
Let's hope that. Yeah.
You know, execs think they're the smart ones all the time. So you know,
No.
let's hope they keep the creative control.
Yeah, people are a little concerned though. Of course, if you're an X-Love fan, I'd be like, oh my god. It's also weird how WM didn't want to acquire them. They made the subsidiary acquire or merge with them, right? That's I wonder what's going on business wise there. Maybe I'm going to guess that they don't incur as much risk by doing that. If I had to guess. Let's keep going. Next thing. So AOMG, first girl crew named Caveats, I think, like caveats, something like that, will debut in late April.
Oh.
The group will be made of 5 members, including Island 2 contestants Songju-won, Yui, and Ji-won.
Oh.
Hey, AOMG.
Okay.
What's the name of their group? I forgot what's the guy group that I like from AOMG? What's the
You have a guy group in AOMG that you like? They don't have any guy group.
They have there's more Vision. That's J Park.
Oh, you're talking about Long Shot.
Wait, so this is unrelated completely to that? Is it not related at all? I wonder.
J Park no longer has any shares with AOMG.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clearing that up for me. So I was thinking like Long Shot's getting a sister group here, but it's not. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
Not yet, I don't think.
So I'm also curious of the wording "first girl crew." You know what I mean? Like, that does it sound like girl group? We're calling it a crew.
I guess that's
I wonder if that's what they say in the press release. I'm curious, but hey, at a minimum, if you're a fan of these kids from Island 2, they're going to be in a group from AOMG, so be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Next thing, Lee Hae-in, the producer of Kiss of Life, then she became the producer of Close Your Eyes, but now I think she's the CCO of like her own company now. Like they made a new company. I believe it is called, I don't know it off the top of my head, but
new company.
AMA called All My Anecdotes. So she is
Wow.
It is her and a former Warner Music Korea board member, Jae Kim, founded a new agency called AMA. So she plans to debut a new boy group and new girl group simultaneously next year at the new company. The new boy group will release their branding film next month.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, she's like an up-and-coming star on the creative side because, you know, Kiss of Life's first run was really good. Then she went to Close Your Eyes, but now she wants bigger aspirations, and she's going to. I believe she still is the executive producer of Close Your Eyes. I don't think I've heard anything of her leaving them yet. So she is making news. It's amazing because she was one of my low-key picks in Produce 101 10 years ago. She got 17th place, and then she was on Idol School as well, if I remember correctly. So. It's been she was an IBI. It's been a rough go of it, guys. But I'm glad to see that she's landed on her feet and she's still making moves within K-pop.
Doug, I know you're I know you used to follow Daya. Remember Daya back in the day?
Yes.
Remember
which member?
Remember Ki Hee-yeon back in the day?
Yeah, she was one of my favorite members.
Guess where she's at right now?
What is she in?
She's employed by AMA.
Oh.
As a office employee. I don't know what she's exactly doing.
This makes sense because she's probably friends with Lee Hae-in, you know?
Yeah.
This probably makes sense. Okay. Wow, I had no clue that was going on. That's pretty interesting.
Apparently, Hae-in mentioned it in an interview.
Ki Hee-yeon was one of those members in Produce back in the day who was like the founders of the Evil Edit. She has like for lack of a better term, she has like a resting bitch face. So they would play into that in the edit. So she always looks salty, even though she wasn't. But hey, shout out to Daya. That was like one of my favorite groups back in the day. But yep, that's going on there. Next thing is 17's Vernon and the 8 will have a unit come out in June. So this is a not military group, guys. We're safe from the military right here.
Oh.
We got the 8 and we have Vernon. We're good. Is Vernon going to go to the military? I don't think so, right?
I don't think
He's American, right?
Is he?
Unless he gave up citizenship.
He has dual citizenship.
Oh, shit. He might still have to go, guys. Never mind. Hey, but at a minimum, we got Vernon and the 8 in June. So if you're a fan of that, that should be fun. Next thing we have is former Boys Planet's contestants Chae Liu and Kang Woo-jin will debut as a duo in May. So if you watch Boys Planet, there's going to be a duo over there. Next thing is Taemin has signed an exclusive contract with Galaxy Corp. Let's see who's in that company.
Isn't
we
that
have
the G-Dragon?
G-Dragon, Taemin, actor Song Kang-ho, and then Kim Jong-kook. That's their lineup right now.
Okay. Galaxy Corp.
That's the thing where, like, as soon as they were founded, they were like an IT company, and then they brought in they signed G-Dragon. Who really knows what they're doing?
Right? It's wild, but those are some notable names. Obviously, G-Dragon, Song Kang-ho, and Kim Jong-kook are all big players in the Korean industry, and I'm happy for Taemin because he got out of that mess at the what was the other company?
Big Planet. Maybe.
Yeah, that whole thing. It looked good on like a base level, but now all this shit has come out, and I think he got out at the perfect time. So we will be seeing some Taemin soon. Next thing, BI announced military enlistment. So shout out to him. I got no hair right now. Chung-song, let's go. Okay. The next thing. So we got the BTS stuff that's happening. So you know how we're having the Arirang live stream that is happening, but they will also be performing in New York City for the Spotify and BTS Swimside event celebrating the release of Arirang on March 23rd.
Oh shit. That's next
Next
week.
week. Yeah.
Cancel
when
the
is
fucking
the-
recording. I need to go watch.
Honestly, that'd be kind of smart of you. Yeah, so the live stream is happening on the morning of March 21st, and then 2 days later they're gonna be in New York City to do a performance.
Oh my god. Where are they performing in NYC?
Let's look up the Swimside event, Spotify Swimside event. Where are we doing this?
Swimside,
That's
Spotify
exciting.
Premium exclusive.
Yeah, I can't find any. It says it's a secret event, and they will invite.
Secret?
Spotify's going to invite 1,000 of BTS's top fans and devoted listeners for the event.
Shit.
So it's an invite-only event, basically.
I guess I gotta start
Dang.
streaming. I gotta start streaming.
Warren, turn on the stream farm that we used to use for crypto. Now we'll use it for streaming BTS.
What?
Maybe we'll get in. Yep, that one's happening. And then, hey, the BTS The Return documentary film, the teaser is now out. That is coming out on the 27th.
Ooh.
So we got a teaser going on for
Wow.
that. And then we got some tours going on. Baby Monster World Tour is starting. They announced some dates in Korea and Japan, but then they're going everywhere. And then IOI is having a tour. They're only going to Seoul, Bangkok, and Hong Kong, guys. IOI is not coming to America. So sad. I would actually consider going. That one happened, and then I already had that. Yeah, I just had a different tweet. But that's all the news. Next week, in terms of music, Latency, which is that project band with a bunch of people. I think Hyunjin from Luna's in that. G1 from Signature's in that. We have Jinsol. BTS, guys, is going to dominate. We have
Look at that.
ITZY Yuna's solo debut, which I think a lot of people are waiting for that. And then there's this last one I wanted to mention. There's this group, I don't know how to pronounce it, OWIS. It stands for Only When I Sleep. It is a 5-member VTuber group. And they're going to be debuting on March 23rd. But they kind of hinted at who the members of this group are. Like the people behind the VTubers. And they're like notable. So if you don't want to be spoiled, we'll see you guys next time, right? I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to leave
Bye-bye.
before I spoil this. We'll see you guys next time. End of the episode. We got nothing else. But if you're going to stick around in about 5 seconds or so, these are the people who they think are voicing these singers in this virtual group. All right, it's time. Okay, you're here for spoilers, guys. Here we are. Number 1, that Ihaein lady who's been in the news this week is apparently in this group.
Oh.
We have Adora, who produced for hype artists BTS and TXT, and she also does some singing by on her own. We have Jinny from Edmix. We have Sujung from Lovelyz.
Mix.
And then we have Ruri, who is formerly Lee Soo-hyun, who was in IBI and produced 101, and she was at the same company as Ihaein back in the day, so they're like best friends.
Oh.
So that is apparently the lineup of this VTuber group.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Is it like VTuber politically correct to like announce who's behind the group before the group? Like, I thought they were pretty secretive about this stuff in Korea, typically.
I don't think it's a Korea only thing. Well, typically VTubers are very secretive of their identities, right? And like the
In general,
the
yeah.
action of like identifying who you are is called like red pilling. Or I guess like the discovering the
Doxing?
identity of is like red pilling, I guess.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, it's like if they are okay with it, I guess why not? Like
Those are-
More
that's
eyes
an
to the product too, I guess.
It's an interesting mix of people, like seeing Jinny and Ihaein is like,
Yeah.
wow, they're really gonna try to do this. But yeah, that's the other potential big new release for next week. But
nah, it's BTS season. We're gonna be covering them for 2 full hours next week, just nonstop.
hey, we got
Purple
BTS. Let's get it. Arirang, guys. Hey, we got that ITZY Yuna solo debut. That should be pretty fun too. This has been Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop, episode 363. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. Guys, if we ever win an Oscar, we'll pre-practice our speech in the hotel room, so we'll get that shit under 50 seconds flat. So there were a couple people accepting these awards who clearly didn't practice, and it was a mess.
Guys.
Like, you gotta practice, guys.
You gotta think.
Like,
You gotta think your parents, your family, your lover, and then your house, your hairdresser, and then that's 50 seconds. God, this is what it is.
and Martin failed to mention the movie studio or the director or anything else, guys.
Fuck that. Hairdresser.
But hey, that's just a bigger picture. You gotta be prepared in life, guys. You guys always have to assume anything's gonna happen. We'll see you guys then.
Weird life.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Ellie, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Incoming Snail, Liam's Games and Toys, Natalie, NJ Parks, South Texas Once, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Thank you, really.